question for you all. Why do you think financial stability is important? Asking from you, ma'am. Why do you just answer in one line? Why do you think financial stability is important?
Why do I think that it's important? Because without it, I think that the life goes unstable.
Okay. Another one from Asmi. Why do you think financial stability is important?
For retirement plans,
Another one from you. Why do you think financial stability is important? Just in one line.
To live according to my choice.
Okay, I'll get to the answers later on. So now for the formal introduction, my name is Mohan Fad and the topic of my today's presentation is financial stability and home economics. Okay, so from the answers I gather from you all, I can make a generalization about what is why is financial management is important. Okay, we all, as humans, we all need basic supplies for living, that is our bills, food and etc. But there's an additional thing which we all require to live is our desire. But in my opinion, financial stability is the freedom to complete your desire at your will through money, obviously, through financially, through your finances. And it is important to get above the poverty line, of course, to not to be as a safe person. Being safe as a person is to ensure that you are not getting into the poverty line. And at fourth, I have prepares for emergencies. Life is unusual. You can get emergencies at any point of life. So it is important to be ready, to be prepared for any emergency that occurs in your life. But you will be shocked to hear that only 26% of the adults in Pakistan are financially literate. And of course, there's a reason why people are in Pakistan with so less probability are financially literate. Okay, we have discussed why financial stability is important, but how to achieve that? There could be many points to conclude this one question, but I have just summarized into four main ones. Number one is emergency funds and plannings. When you have no money, you have to be prepared for emergency funds, as I've said before. Number second is investment. You have to multiply the money you are currently holding. Number third is entrepreneurship and side hustles. You have to gain more money which you hold right now. And lastly, when you have gathered all the money and you have a good plan, you are investing and multiplying your money in the future, but you have to sustain it. So I've concluded this this question into four main points. And for financial planning and emergency funds, I would like to call my peer Lucky to continue this presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm presenting financial planning. Okay, financial planning. Firstly, why financial planning? Why financial? As we all know, life is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. Imagine facing medical bills, or a car breakdown, or even loss of a job. Even loss of a job. These situations can put you in a lot of stress if you don't have a good financial plan. A good financial plan. Okay. Firstly, we will talk about how to build a financial plan. Start small. You can start small. You can set goals, small goals, and build on it gradually. You can automate your saving by creating a separate account, which limits you from spending your money which you have. And the most important one, cutting unnecessary expenses. This is the most important one, but people rarely give it more importance. You should give it importance. You should cut on the unnecessary expenses. Now, the second question people ask is, where should you keep the emergency fund? There are two good options: saving bank account and money market account. They are both safe, low risk, and they provide good access. Where you shouldn't put your money, you shouldn't invest your money in stocks or volatile assets. They are risky. And their value fluctuates. Their value fluctuates when you need them the most. Okay. Now I will wind up my topic with a quote from Warren Buffett: "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." Prioritize saving over expenses. This will give you a secure financial safety and peace of mind. Start today, and your future self will thank you. And now,
Hello students, this is Adit and I will be presenting you on basic investment for beginners. So what is investment? Investment is like putting your money in some assets which will give you profits, like stock exchange, crypto market, real estate, efficient, can give in business. So why investment is important? Investment is important because it can generate you another source of income. Like if you have job, you can also earn from there. It will provide you long term and as well as short term gain. How to start investment? You can start investment by investing a little and in low risk option. Like if you are investing in stocks, don't invest in only stocks. You should diversify your money and invest in others as well. For example, stock in education or real estate. So if you lose your money, you have other options as well. Now I would like to call Zaid.
Assalamualaikum. Dear classmates, so my topic is sustainable living and waste reduction. So, what is sustainable living? Living sustainably, actually, is the choice that choices that you make to ensure that there is the least amount of impact on the environment. So you can do this by using energy efficient resources, using renewable energy like solar, wind, water, to make sure that you use less fossil fuels, which is not only good for the environment, but you also saving costs on fuel and etc. And then you can also save resources and energy by saving water, electricity, and gas, which means you're saving up on utility bills. You don't have to pay a lot on bills, and you can save your money and then save a lot of money and help you financially a lot at the end of the day. And then the other topic, waste reduction. So waste reduction, you might have heard of the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So reduce is basically making sure that you save as much money. You don't spend money uselessly and buy things that you really need. So you can save money like that. Then you have reuse, basically using items as much as you can, objects, materials, whatever. And then you've got recycle, which means recycling materials are paper, plastic, so that you don't have to manufacture those things again and use those resources again. So this is how you can benefit financially from sustainable living and waste reduction. So now I would like to call my teammate Ateeb to have a few words on the topic, entrepreneurship and side hustles.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ateeb and I am here to present about entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is basically doing business, and within business there's a thing called side hustle. Side hustle is simply to state it is like doing something on the side. It can be selling items or flipping assets, it can be freelancing, or it can be working on a side project. So guys, here's the meme for you. These are some instances of side hustles. Like for example, you can do tutoring, you can do affiliate marketing, or you can do content creation, or you can build softwares, or you can even sell. Sorry, and moving forward, we have a foolproof plan to make a profitable side hustle. So, okay, there's a matrix. On the axis we have a market, okay, and on the x-axis we have the value. Now, all you have to do is jot down all the things that you are passionate about on this and integrate on this matrix. Now analyze all those things that accumulate here on the sweet spot are those side hobbies or interests that will be counted as the profitable sides. And nevertheless, in the pursuit of getting rich, don't lose yourself. There's a quote that goes like power corrupts man, but I personally believe that if power corrupts man, then money disgusts the man's very soul to its depth, to the depths of its core. So whenever you deal with money-related things, be sure that you are morally, ethically, and spiritually independent of money. Remember, money is a tool, so treat it like one. Now I want to conclude my presentation with this quote by the Native Americans. When the last tree has been cut down, the last fish caught, the last river poisoned, only then will we realize that one cannot eat. Thank you.
So that was with the 4 main points which I concluded my presentation in. Now with the conclusion. I started my presentation with a question, now I would like to end with a one. Why, what if, so here we talked about the 4 points, how to sustain, how to gain financial stability. What if an individual fails to gain this financial stability? There would be few options, but you wouldn't be surprised to know that most people, more than majority people in Pakistan are not financially stable. They are really financially stable, and that instability hurts them in their 40s when they are not stable enough to save up for their retirement plan. They are living hand to mouth. Every money that they get is spent on every bill, on most of the bills. And the fourth point, increase in reliability on others. You become more reliable on others for your financial needs at some point, and that increases your debts. And overall poverty and theft is increased in the country. So I hope that through this presentation, you learned, at least gained some insight about how important it is to be financially stable. Now I would like to conclude my presentation with some question. If you have any, please ask. Anyone? None? Thank you. Thank you so much.
So that you trade